You know, how much is it worth to find a career that you're
That's
actually
right.
going to be
It's
happy
an investment
in?
in yourself.
Yeah, that you're going to be there for the next 15 or 20 years. So,
That's
you know,
right.
I think, you know, any amount is worth investing in yourself.
That's
So,
right.
you know, it was not, you know, I think the people that are actually do it, the people that are actually going to stick with it, you know, money is not an object. You can figure out a way to come up with the money.
I found that actually putting my money where my mouth was for this workshop kept me focused, kept me accountable. And I knew that going in. I knew that if I put money down, that I was going to do it. I wasn't going to throw it away. And I think I was unemployed, and I'm not receiving unemployment, so the money was my money. That was money. Could have been for something else. But I decided that if it was worth doing, it was worth doing right, and I knew I knew that if I put my money down, then I would do it, and it was worth it. It was worth it.
Well,
You're doing is you're investing with yourself, and you're meeting with other people who have invested in themselves. So you're meeting with this like-minded people. So you keep each other afloat, and you have a belief in what you're doing, and that's the great benefit as with this workshop.
yeah.
It's a step that you take. I think the fact that you have to pay money for it, you know, at a time where if you've been out of work for a while, money may be tight. So that's making a statement. And so I think that you have to make a commitment, and that's one of the ways to do it.
Super. What about you? What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, I think you need to be willing to work, and Glenn's very good at helping you and coaching you up and giving you the encouragement. But you definitely need to be willing to work, and you're going to be, if you do, you know, land a job, you're going to have to work at that anyway. So I found that this is a good way to roll into the job, because I'm you know, working hard, but I was already working hard and looking for a job. So it's actually, you know, been a good transition for me.
It's going to take a long time. If you start using these processes throughout your life, then the payment back will be tremendous, because once you're able to get out of your shell and talk to people, or once you find something that you really like to do and you're able to go forth and do that instead of, well, it's just a job, it's just my 9 to 5 and that's it, then you'll find out what the investment really is, and you'll find out why it was so valuable.
Good.
If there were questions about various different exercises we were going through, we had the opportunity to question each other and help the other one find the answers that they needed.
And what I found out of having this trio with Brenda is I had a person that I could go to and almost use them as a shoulder to cry on, or someone who would also give me the confidence to continue to press forward. And when you find that there's someone else with you who's there to give you the encouragement to move ahead, that's what I found in Brenda. And we really bonded together because we were both going through the same things in life.
And Carl and Teresa called me early before I started my calls, gave me encouragement, just to make sure I was going to do it. And then afterwards, Chris and Jackie called me to see how I did, and I was able to tell them what I did and how it worked out. And what it did for me is it made me make sure that I committed to making phone calls. I didn't make as many as we had originally said, I think 10 calls. I didn't make 10, I only made 5, but just the fact that I made 5 was more than I did the week before. So it was very useful for me.
It was good for me also to get feedback and also to use you as a sounding board. All of us have said it's very difficult to pick up the phone, but it seems that once we started to talk to each other, we got over that, and we were ready to just initially just start in making calls for our research visits.
The people that are encouraging you and that you've committed to, you have a relationship with, and it's not like just committing to some nameless, faceless thing. It's, these are people, these are your friends, and it's a relationship kind of thing. And once you commit to them, you're gonna do it.
Right, you don't wanna let them down.
If they're gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
Glenn, I just landed a job as a major account executive with Rico Business Solutions, and it's a job that has larger accounts with longer sales cycles, but basically relationship type accounts. And that one of the things I found was because of that, I'll be dealing with maybe 100 accounts and have a decent base salary and some chance for good income. But what I've learned from this workshop about myself is that's the type of position that would work for me. So it really is ideal in that respect. And I started looking for that type of a position. So it's going to be a great opportunity.
Yeah, I'm a project manager in the aftermarket department with Volvo Trucks, and like Doug said, it's a position that is suited for me, and based on my things I learned in the workshop about in the DISC personality testing.
Job affected you or helped you?
Well, I'm happy to say that I just landed with National Lease, and I will be one of their national account executives. I have been in transportation services sales for a number of years and have been in transition for about 10 months, but was fortunate enough to meet Glenn and his group and take the Career Focus Workshop. And I attributed to my landing with National Lease, the workshop played a huge role in my success in that. And I'm very excited for the opportunity and very excited that I took the workshop. I think that as I put all the components together and I developed a network of contacts, those contacts through more and more personal contact with them became lookouts for me inside my targeted companies. And I was fortunate enough to find out from one of my lookouts upon about an immediate a job opening that came available, and he immediately called me, told me about the job, explained to me why he thought I was a perfect fit. I recognized it as a great opportunity, and he was my insider person to guide me internally in that company, to put me in the best light and to get my credentials in front of the hiring manager. And without having him in my network, and without keeping him abreast of my job search, and without me keeping him making him aware of my transferable skills, I don't think I would have had this opportunity. It would have been filled, and I never would have known about it. So I think that right there demonstrates the power of the proper network, the proper insider contact usage, and it paid dividends for me, and I'm excited about my opportunity at National Lease.